the story of the lima bean. Say, did I ever tell you about the time I reviewed The Matters Family?
What's The Matters Family?
You know, the show with Urkel on it.
Oh, The Urkel Show. That was just called The Urkel Show.
Then what was The Matters Family?
Obviously a family named Matters.
I'm intrigued by your line of reasoning, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter. But first, let's sit perfectly still for 20 minutes and remember August 30th, 2013, when I released the following thing!
Previously, on a much better show than this one. And now, montage. Urkel. I know I'm late to the party on this one, but how the fuck did this snotty dickhead become America's sweetheart? Haven't black people suffered enough without making their first televised nerd the most gratingly retarded, wormy-voiced asshole with the gall to ask us if he's the one who did that? Of course you're the one who fucking did that! You're the most that-doing motherfucker in the multiverse! Pond Scum looks down on this character. Sewer Runoff brushes him off at industry parties. Even French people don't think he's a genius. And near the tail end of Family Matters' 6th season,
I'm going to Disney World!
Disney World had to weather Urkel's presence when he got his full self entered in an Inventors Contest.
Oh, I wish I could go, Dimple Knees.
That's right, this was the season when they gave a girlfriend to Urkel and not to you. Urkel probably lost his virginity before you did. Isn't that just wacky? Isn't that... I've just been informed that half of you just committed suicide. Which, no judgment, but it kind of begs the question what the other half is waiting for.
Urkel had a girlfriend! Hope is dead! And they give literally no reason why she can't go to Disney World with him. They just say she can't go and expect us to buy it. Then again, they are asking us to buy that Urkel has a girlfriend who doesn't seem to be chained up in a basement or fed through a hose, so perhaps this is not a documentary.
How I wish you could go too, Beetlebutt. As a finalist, I get to take whoever I want.
So you don't want to take the only loved one your sad, derpy self will ever find?
Gee, I wish I wanted to take you too. Buy some knee pads, tame your gag reflex, and put the fucking lotion in the basket once in a while, and maybe we'll talk. But Steve! You think you're special, bitch? Why, I've got household appliances waiting in line to do the Urkel!
So, of course, he takes the Family Matters instead.
Does that mean you're gonna turn into Stefan?
Yes.
New York's hottest club is Your Mother and I Are Separating.
So they arrive in Florida and enter the first shameless promotion of the episode for the then newly opened Wilderness Lodge. For those who love nature, but not enough to sleep with it. Disney's Wilderness Lodge, a place where you friend zone nature. Oh, thank God I'm out of there. I think I got fleas.
Mr. Urkel, I'm Martin Fisher, publisher of Amateur Inventors Weekly. Welcome. Oh, excuse me, I'll get that for you. There you go.
I'm watching a nerd minstrel show!
This is intolerable. In spite of our superior intellect, we nerds have had to endure this sort of ugly stereotyping for far too long. Oh, wait, wow. What's going on? Who's going on? Wait, where am I? I'm in the netherworld! I'm in the netherworld!
Find me a girlfriend, you stupid paper!
I hope I'm dead.
Finally, the Family Matters arrive at the Magic Kingdom.
Oh my God, he's getting bigger! No one is safe, we're all doomed!
I'm gonna have fun, Harriet! I'm gonna have fun!
So, as you may have surmised, the black cop from Die Hard subplot is that he has fun at Disney World. How compelling. I always thought the essence of drama was conflict, but what do I know? You can't do that!
They'd never let you take pictures with that many characters all at once. Look at the line for just one! It's TV. Moving on.
The main A story concerns the Inventors Contest at Inventions, in which Urkel faces stiff competition from fellow televised avatar of obnoxiousness, David Lander, and his astonishing
car in a case.
And with no passenger seat, I can make friends with the bugs in my teeth. Now where's my bailout? But Urkel's invention is far less stupid.
It alters my DNA code on the genetic level, changing me into a completely different
person.
I call it a retardus.
Believe it or not, every year some ignorant kid takes a ride in a clothes dryer just like you do. And ends up getting...
Oh, sorry about that, folks. Just gotta increase the science and rewire the deconfigurations of the intro capacitors of science things and things. This December, Steve Urkel is Stefan Urkel.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with you people? Can't you see what he did? He just stepped into a porta potty and changed his clothes, and now he stands up straight.
I literally never thought I would say this, but I gotta side with Squiggy.
Take a hair sample from me now, and take another when I change back. You'll see that my DNA code is completely different.
But Laura sabotages the transmogrifier to prevent any further Urkeling. Not because she's a rational human being with a brain, mind you, but because she's an irrational woman without a brain. She's in love with Stefan.
Do you want to tell her? Someone want to tell her? Who wants to tell her?
Look, I know what went wrong. I blew a bibulating rebobulator.
Ah, yes, from the same company that makes crumulenting capacitizers and bullulizing shitbabulators. Do you even remember what life was like before we could hog-washulatorize each other? I was actually happy now and then.
I'm okay.
We will postpone our decision for 3 days.
But I fly home tomorrow. You're not paid to talk. So, with his big magic box broken, Urkel is stuck as Urkel for most of the episode, and I must say the episode benefits from it. Stefan Urkel may be bland, but at least the sound of his voice doesn't make my brain try to tunnel its way out.
You're you, there is no Steve, life is good.
That bastard took me to Disney World! Who does that to a person?
So, Stefan and Laura montage all over the resort, including the new Tomorrowland that just opened there that year. Look!
Wait, Laura. What's the matter?
Nothing. I was just thinking how much Steve Urkel would love to see this.
Stop! This leads to the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
What's going on? I just want you to sit here.
I don't really give a good fuck what you know or don't know. But I'm gonna torture you anyway.
Tonight, your prince will come.
Jesus, man, just hire a hooker. It's gotta be cheaper than this.
Oh, princess, my princess.
Can you believe we're on the same stage where Jesse and the Rippers performed? It's my generation's Woodstock.
Laura Winslow.
Who the fuck is Laura Winslow? This is a show about the family Matters.
That's Laura Matters, Carl Matters, Harriet Matters, Marshall Matters, Grandma Matters, and Jerry Matters as the Beaver. And I'm not kidding, this whole big, huge, elaborate proposal ceremony may or may not be a dream sequence.
Will you marry me? Ketchup.
Something's wrong with Steven.
Friday, TGIF's all new and a trip to Disney World's full of surprises.
I'm never going to turn into Steve Urkel again.
Is the nerd gone for good?
So apparently the proposal thingy was and wasn't a dream because Stefan tells Carl about it over lunch in magic disappearing red merch cart land.
Carl, will you give me your daughter's hand in marriage?
I don't know.
Hey, I understand.
Continuity errors are my job. Grow a damn budget.
Promise, Carl, I'll love your daughter forever, and she'll never want for anything.
The machine alters your wallet's DNA too? God, you really buried the lead on that one.
You think that you come down, give us money? Carl, I can't believe my little girl wants to get married.
Really? This was Tower of Terror's opening year. You had at least an hour in line to discuss this, and you're bringing it up now while everyone's waiting for the ride to finally start?
Disney World is wasted on you people. By you people, I don't mean you people, I mean... take as much time as you need. I'm gonna go for a swim.
This place is weaving its magic spell on me. I'm a new man. For the first time in years, I am completely happy and relaxed.
Yeah, you haven't yelled at anyone since we got here.
I shot a kid. Luckily, it turns out that's not illegal in Florida.
As head of this family, I have come to a decision.
We are all moving to Orlando.
Oh, Carl, we've all been there. We've all thought that thought, but Florida sucks outside of the theme parks. It's a humid, wet shithole clogged with idiots and old Jews, right, Phil?
And I says to the guy, hey, I said 16 pounds of marijuana, not just
Phil,
pound shit.
what are you doing? Why aren't you bitching about Florida?
Hey, hang on a second. Man, I don't got time for all your silly shenanigans. Why don't you get my non-union replacement?
Florida is the worst thing in the history of worst things. It is so backwards it made the guy behind me only walk backwards. Everyone in Florida is an abortion. Millions of abortions walking around, talking to each other, not even knowing they're abortions, they're so dumb. In Florida, they don't even incarcerate their murderers. Because if you're murdered in Florida, at least you no longer have to live in Florida. Meanwhile, at the soap opera...
Thank you, Stefan. This has been a perfect day.
Not yet.
Oh God, there's bees in the audience! Why do the bees always show up during kisses? But then Urkel's real girlfriend, whose bad dream / possibly not dream has compelled her to go to Florida like she should have done in the first place, shows up and demands an explanation.
I can explain, Myra. Come on. Myra.
Wow, good thing you moved 8 feet to the right before explaining things. There's no way she would have understood from that other spot, but from this spot, I'm sure she'll love being dumped.
So for those following at home... So for those following at home... So for those following... No, still not right. Right! So for those following at home, this guy now has 2 gorgeous women fighting over 2 different versions of himself. Meanwhile, the object of my affection is a love sadly unrequited. A deep personal bond felt, sadly, only by me.
Damn you, spitting rock! Why do you torture me like this? After all I've done for you, all I've sacrificed for you, you're just gonna leave me again? Do you even care whose heart you're breaking anymore? No, of course not! You just spin around in the vacuum of space, and every time I try to reach out to you, you won't let me! So fuck you! I'm done! You have no respect for me, you selfish cow! Oh my God, I'm sorry, baby. You know I love you. You know, please forgive me. Or explode again, real mature, like that's not your solution to everything!
I don't even know if I want to continue. I don't see how anything in the world could cheer me up right now.
I'm never gonna turn into Steve Urkel again.
Never?
It's a great hour for USA, great day for USA.
His demise should be welcomed by all who believe in peace and human dignity.
Well, why not just rip out my Urkel loving heart, huh?
I've just found the name of my new country single. Rip out my Urkel loving heart, Lord, Lord, won't you rip out my Urkel loving soul?
This is the saddest day of my entire life.
Why is Canadian Winnie the Pooh in the Italy pavilion? Are you even trying?
There is a huge difference between Canadian poo and Italian poo. One contains trace amounts of bark, the other contains trace amounts of mafia.
For that matter, I would ask why a British character is dressed as a Mountie in the first place, but I may as well ask why Mickey's a gay hippie rainbow spaceman. Anyway, Laura feels bad for Myra, and all the forces of evil in the universe conspire to make her tell Stefan the horrible truth.
I sabotaged it. Please don't hate me.
I don't hate you. I love you. Look, maybe it's not important how we got together. Maybe the only important thing is that we are together.
Yes! Listen to the mutated aberration. It doesn't matter that you're a poorly written idiot who'd willingly kill a man for love. All that matters is the human Jar Jar is dead.
Our life together won't be happy if it's based on a lie.
What lie? You just told him the truth and he forgave you. you twit!
You gotta fix the chamber and turn back into Steve.
Sweet Christ, no. Look, just because your life is a lie doesn't mean you can't be happy. Look at me. My whole life is a lie and I'm happy as a clam. I've never told anyone this, but I am Nicole Simpson's real killer. Yeah. And I shot Tupac, and Biggie, and JFK, and J.R. Ewing. I escaped from Gitmo twice, and I still have the tag to prove it. I am Jack the Ripper, and the Zodiac Killer, and Kaiser Sose, and the undercover cop in Reservoir Dogs. I started the goddamn Chicago Fire. I canceled Firefly. I'll confess to whatever you want. Just please, for the love of God, don't bring Urkel back from the dead.
Why are you clapping?
I'm withdrawing from this contest because mankind isn't ready.
Every syllable is another dagger through my soul.
You cancelled Firefly? You monster!
Perhaps I should clarify something. I'm not anti-annoying voice. If you couldn't tell by now, I like a little abrasiveness in comedy. I'm a fan of Gilbert Gottfried and Eddie Pepitone and, yes, David Lander. I even like Roseanne, whose show we'll talk about next week, because all four of those comedians exaggerate their real voices. They're annoying, but also kind of endearing because they come from a real place. Urkel has never come from a real place. Jaleel White doesn't talk like this. Nobody talks like this. He was never even trying to play anyone from this planet. He just cranked the nasally gross obnoxiousness up to 11,000 and people ate it up like the cereal that bore his name, all because pop culture had yet to be conquered by real nerds and it fed people's egos to poke fun at the smart guy. So whenever it tried to be endearing or touching, it was just uncomfortable.
And in the immortal words of his character people like...
If someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
The power to change human genetic structure is too easily abused.
Any other animal, who cares? Let's turn a platypus into a porcupine, call it Urkel, and slap it on national TV. There must be someone who understands where I'm coming from, some authority on annoying voices who understands my point of view.
This is an outrage! You are an embarrassment to science, technology, and pants. You're a fraud!
Preach it, Squiggy!
This is an outrage! You are an embarrassment to science, technology, and pants. You're a fraud! This is an outrage! You are an embarrassment to science, technology, and pants. You're a fraud! This is an outrage! You are an embarrassment!
Oh yeah, and also Harriet tricks Carl into not relocating the family to Orlando and staying on the police force.
No, goddammit, no!
Great call. Disney World, even we don't think you should live here. There's also this Z story I forgot to mention about the dumbass son and his even more dumbass friend Waldo. They decide to drive to Florida for some never ever explained reason and get chroma keyed firmly into shenanigans.
We're coming up on a little town called Kenyatta. That's not Kenyatta. That's Canada.
No, this is Canada. I'm pretty sure once you go north of America, the world ends. Happy plummeting.
Then they pick up a hitchhiking girl, she steals their truck and abandons them, and they finally show up just in time to watch the credits roll.
Hey, what are we gonna do first?
Go to the airport. We're leaving.
And given their track record, I'm guessing they boarded the wrong flight and wound up in Saskatchewan. For all I know, they're still wandering around the Kenyatian tundra eating trees for nourishment, so let's treat them like true Kenyatians by forgetting they exist.
Michelle, where are you?
I woke up this morning with an Urkel-loving heart. I had my priorities askew. So rip out my Urkel-loving heart, Lord, I would gladly compensate you if you do.
Hey, you're you. There is no Steve.
Only soul.
It's the